Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Guma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top stocks that you should be keeping in your watch list for today. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of yesterday's video, right after the intro. Alright, y'all. Alright, so right off the bat, the very first thing that we're gonna do is look at the SPY first, alright? And the SPY right now is looking pretty good for the longs, but I'm gonna let y'all know right now, be very careful as you approach in the SPY. Something just seems a little off. I wanted to see a red day today, and so far, I mean, it's looking like it doesn't want to drop, alright? It's looking pretty strong. But I am very cautious, so be very careful with the SPY as we move forward and manage your risk accordingly. On the daily chart, it looks like it wants to try to go back up. It really wants to. It does. I'm just not convinced. All right, so we'll see what happens within the next few days. Okay, we'll just see. But the very first stock that you should be keeping on your watch list for today, that stock is SWI. All right, and SWI right now is actually looking pretty good. It's looking very good. Definitely keep this one on your watch list. The stock is recovering. The dust is settling, and it looks like JP Morgan adjusted their price on this one to a price target of $20, which is pretty much the circle that I have drew over here. And if you look at it pre-market is opening up a bit high, which is nice. We like to see some strength pre-market. There isn't any news at all right now, but definitely keep your eyes on this one for a potential long, because again, this stock just got out the gates and it's looking pretty good on a monthly chart. It's looking like a very excellent dip buy for long-term investors. All right, so definitely keep your eyes on this one for a move to like $16.60, maybe even $17 either today or tomorrow. The stock is recovering. Okay, now the next one that we're gonna be talking about in this video, that stock is NNOX. Okay, and NNOX, I know a lot of you have been asking about this one. Again, I did feature this one. I think it was last week. Last week I featured it because of the pattern on the 4-hour chart, I believe. Actually, no, the daily chart is better. Yeah, the pattern on the daily chart over here. There is a very clear bullish pennant on here, right? It broke out nicely, and then I made that video about it, and then it really tried to make that move up during that first week, and then it got brought down because of Friday's sell-off. But now that the market is up, it's opening up right where it left off at around like $54. Okay, there really isn't any news at all. It's still the news over here from last week is still standing, but definitely watch this one for a move up this week. I'm not bearish on it yet. It's been stalling in this. It's been stalling in this box here, which is kind of aggravating. Like, it's super aggravating, but again, it's still playing out the way we want it to play out. So watch this thing for a move up to the upside. Hopefully it gets to $60 this week. Hopefully it does. It's been a while since I made that call out, okay? But I'm still long on it for sure. I'm definitely still long on that one. So definitely keep it on your watch list for today. The next one that we'll be talking about in this video, that one is SRNE. All right, and SRNE, I featured it yesterday, and I told you guys to watch this thing for a move up to $13. And so far, pre-market, it jumped up by $1. Okay, so how do you want to approach this? It's jumped up for some news about some Dr. Henry G participating in something. Again, be traded based off of the charts. I didn't know about this doctor. All right, but again, my price target is still the same on SRNE. I think we're still gonna make it up here, right? So today is open up at like 10.23. Watch this thing for a potential dip, like right out the gates, because again, people are greedy. So be careful about this thing. It could drop, right, and then go sideways, and then continue on upwards. Watch for this. Watch out for that thing. It could very happen. especially because of the buyers who have been buying since these lows. Some of them may be very, very tempted to just get out and be happy with their gains. So this is something that you want to watch out for as you trade in. These flush out the gates, sideways movement, and then buyers really step in to bring it all the way back up again, right? Again, if you look at it on the weekly, it's not looking bad. It's really not looking bad at all. It's really not. Definitely not. So keep it on your watch list for today. It may make a major move after a small potential pullback. Just maybe. That's a maybe. All right. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. All right. So we covered those top three. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. The very first one that we're going to be covering today, that one is JMIA. And JMIA, I covered it last week. It did very, very well for us. All right. I told you all about the falling wedge over here. And I told you all about the morning star over here to watch this thing for a potential long. All right. It just kept moving on upwards. The very first price target was $48. It got to 47. And then it got to $48 the next day, which was great. All right. And then it fell back just a little bit. But right now, it's not looking too bad. I'm not bearish on JMIA at all. I'm really, really not. Best case scenario, it just goes sideways over here, right? For a very long time until we squeeze all of the short sellers and move on towards 60 bucks. Best case scenario. I'm not bearish on it. I still think it has some potential, but be very patient with it and don't jump too quickly, all right? Because it could potentially drop just a little bit. Again, try to get the best deal you can. Try to get the best deal you can. If it dips, then yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be mad at you if you scooped it up if it dips. But best case scenario, just some sideways movement between $40 and $46 before later we break to the 60 bucks. All right, that is my very honest opinion of that one. Now the next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, that stock is BABA. All right, and I know a lot of you have been asking me about my opinions on BABA. I covered it over here, right? We were over here pre-markets at around 227, and then they had a very nice day. Hopefully, a lot of y'all bought a lot of calls, right? Because there was a lot of money to be made here, about $20 in premium, all the way until Friday out the gates, and it even held that level. And right now, if you're looking at it, it's up pre-market. There is some news over here. Again, we trade based off of the charts. All right. So in regards to the charts, there may be a small drop, just a little bit, because people are going to take their money off the table before we move back higher. I wasn't sure if we could reach 225 on Friday, but this week I think we may get to 255. I think we could. And then after that, I don't know what's going to happen next until I know what's going to happen, right? But I think 255 is definitely within reach. So keep that one on your watch list for a long, all the way up to even 260. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good in my eyes, okay? And also, it's on a discount. If you look at it from the previous high, it was at 319, all the way down to all the way down to 212 for negative 34%. And so far, it's slowly coming back up, and the volume is increasing. This is very attractive to long-term investors and dip buyers as well. All right, not bearish on it. Barely any money to be made on the way down. Okay, so just be careful. All right, for a move up to 255. Now, the next one that we're going to be talking about, that stock is PLTR. Let's talk about PLTR. Why not? All right, and PLTR so far is opening up at $26.40. I actually like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's holding up its gains. There's some news over here about PLTR providing technology to enhance safety and reliability of electric grid in California. That sounds like some bullish news to me. All right, but that's besides the point. The main thing over here that we care about is the pattern on the daily chart, and it's gonna happen it's gonna open at 2640. So watch this one for a potential long. All right, if the market drags, then worst case scenario is just gonna it's gonna go back to $25, go sideways, and then eventually go back up to 40. I'm not bearish on this company at all. Like, I'm really, really, really not bearish on it. And I drew that line over here again for those of y'all who missed the previous videos to let you all know that the first video that I made about PLTR was over here. And so far, we're not going down since. Like it's not dropping below 21, and I don't think it will for a very long time. So, in my very honest opinion, of course. So definitely watch this one for a continuation to the upside. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as always. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday through Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens, and the post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul and Guma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, if you are new to the market and you would like to get started, you're new to this investing world, right? I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 through step 4. It only takes about 15 minutes or less to get set up with everything you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 3 free stocks after signing up with Weibo. Is my very first link in the description below. And 1 free stock after setting up with Robinhood using my second link in the description below as well. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Guma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in this afternoon's video. Do not be fooled by the market. Be very, very careful as you approach it, okay? It looks green right now, but I'm not too convinced. I'm really, really not too convinced. So be careful out there, make some money, and most importantly, have fun. Enjoy the outro.